In this short video, I'm going to reveal a simple trick. You can use this trick to go after 970% bigger profits starting as soon as tonight. Better yet, let me show you. Here's an example where Netflix was at $200 a share in April and went to $300 and $380 a share by December. And that's a pretty big profit, wouldn't you agree? Well, yes it is, but there's a way you could have actually banked 970% more money with far less risk. It has to do with something that most people think is risky or confusing. I'm talking about options. Each stock option gives you the power to control 100 shares of stock. This gives you incredible leverage and can generate phenomenal returns. In our Netflix example, you could have controlled 100 shares for a measly $1,643. And when Netflix soared to $380 a share, your original investment of $1,643 would have swelled to $17,730. That's a 970% increase. Now, despite what I've just shown you, over 99% of all investors won't touch options with a 10-foot pole. So why is that? Well, it's because most people think that trading options is like betting on horse races, right? Problem is, figuring out the correct way to place a bet or a trade can be overwhelming for rookies. When you're betting on horses, you've got all this new lingo like place, show, boxed bet, trifecta, and so forth. It can make your head spin. Well, most option traders feel the same way. In the beginning, call, put, strike price, again, very confusing and unfamiliar. But that's nothing compared to problem number 2, which is predicting which horse is going to win. Now, let's be honest. Betting on horses is gambling, pure and simple, because it's impossible to predict which horse will win the race with any degree of certainty. That's why they call it gambling on the horses and not investing. Now, I don't know about you, but I have zero interest in gambling. But what if you met someone who told you there are only 2 types of bets you needed to know to win on the horses? And furthermore, what if that man told you he could predict exactly which horses were going to win the day's races? Sure, you might be skeptical, but I'm sure you'll agree that suddenly the idea of betting on horses wouldn't actually seem so scary anymore. Well, here's the thing. I don't know the first thing about betting on horses. Like I said, I'm not a gambler. But when it comes to trading options, here's what I do know. First, while it's true there are literally dozens of different trading strategies available, you only need 2 types of trades to actually succeed with options. You buy a call option when you think the price of the stock is going to go up. You buy a put option when you think the price of the stock is going to go down. By the way, that's another huge advantage of options trading. You can make money if the price of the stock goes up or down. But remember, that's the easy part. Honestly, anyone can learn to place an options trade in about 15 minutes. It's nothing more than a few clicks of the mouse or saying a few phrases to your broker over the phone. The hard part, and the reason why most options traders fall flat on their faces, is knowing which stocks are likely to move. Now, I hope a little light bulb just went on above your head. Remember, we've already got a system that predicts with 97% accuracy which stocks are likely to rise in value in the next 2 to 10 days. Now, I know some people saw that claim and may have thought, well, sure, Jack, but what if the stock only goes up by a couple bucks? What good is that? Now, that's an excellent point, and that's exactly why trading options can be so profitable. Because in this exact situation, even if the price of the stock only goes up or down by a couple bucks in a 10-day period, you can still make a lot of money with options. Let me prove it to you. Here's an example where the stock of Cisco drops $1.75. Now, that's not a very big drop, but the Cisco put went from 50 cents to $4.20, okay? That's a 740% gain on a stock where it only went down $1.75 per share. So that's the enormous profit, a 740% gain when a stock just goes down $1.75. Here's another example where the ticker symbol ACT goes up 25 and the ACT call goes from $1.05 to $10. That's an 809% gain. and the stock went up 25 bucks and you make 809%. So there's nothing that can give you the profits like this. Now, of course, you could take what I just shown you and go try to start trading options for yourself. And honestly, armed with what I've given you already, you'll probably do far better than most. But I offer an exclusive service designed specifically to help ordinary people go after extraordinary profits by trading options simply. It's called Options Pop. First, if you're accepted into the program, you'll get my Trading Options Made Simple Quick Start Guide. This quick course is designed to show anyone, even a complete beginner, everything you need to know to start trading options my way. Specifically, you'll learn why there's only two types of trades you need to turn a small account into a windfall, and the exact step-by-step, click-by-click instructions to placing an options trade my way, and my idiot-proof rules for avoiding catastrophic losses. That last part is a key point. Options trading can be risky if you don't know what you're doing. There will be losses. That's a fact of life. If you can't handle that, you should not be trading. However, because the wins with my options trading service can be so monumental, even if you only win one trade out of three, you'd still end up growing your account balance exponentially. By the way, the track record of my service is far better than one wins out of three. I'll show you the proof in a minute. Once you're up to speed, the real fun begins, because as a member of the Options Pop service, we find the best trades for you. We do all the hard work for you, then we email you the specific trade recommendations. Here's how that works. Every week we sit down, me and my team, and hunt for the stocks that we feel are most likely to make a major move in the next 2 to 10 days. Once we identify the 3 top choices, we select the exact options trade that I feel gives my subscribers the best chance to go after a 100% to 500% gain in 10 days or less. Now that's a true options pop. We email you specific trade instructions right to your inbox, or you can log into the private members area and see the trade recommendations. All you have to do is copy my specific trade instructions with your online trading account or over the phone with your broker. Now, to be honest, once you've done it a few times, it'll take you less than 60 seconds. And once you're in the trade, you just monitor it once per day and grab your profits once you've secured a 100% gain or more. Like I said, that's the goal. A 100% gain or more in 10 days or less. Now that's doubling your money. It doesn't happen every time. And like I said, there will be losing trades, but your risk is always limited. You can never lose more than you invest on any single trade, and as you'll see from the track record, a few big winners is all it takes to exponentially grow your account. Here, have a look. We've got ACT up 852%, Twitter up 77%, PENN up 108%, HTZ up 366%. Okay, so now that I've put all my cards on the table, let's get down to brass tacks and talk about the price. As you can imagine, a service like this, where I'm picking the stocks for you and emailing you specific trade recommendations almost every week, is not cheap. But when you consider what you stand to gain from just a single winning trade, I think you'll agree that joining my Options Pop advisory service will be the single best investment you make all year. Here is the price for the service. The regular price for the Options Pop advisory service is $1,200 for 1 year. That breaks down to $100 a month. My accountant and marketing people tell me this is far too cheap for a service like this, but I've always been one to do my own thing, and I don't care that others are charging $10,000 or more for services that can't hold a candle to our track record. If I was in this for the money, I would have stayed on Wall Street. But I understand if you're skeptical or if you're simply not quite sure if this program will be right for you. That's why today I'm going to offer you a very simple, very special, one-time only discount. Here it is. Sign up for the Options Pop advisory today and you'll pay just $79 per month for as long as you want to be a member. We'll add your email to the Options Pop subscriber list and you'll get our specific trade recommendations as soon as this week. By the way, that rate is normally reserved for existing subscribers, but we're extending it today because we want to make it a practice to reward action takers. So to recap, the Options Pop Advisory Service is normally $1,200 a year, but we're letting you join today for just $79 per month. And of course, you're free to cancel at any time. Canceling is easy and painless. You can cancel by sending email to admin@optionspop.com, and you'll find that at the bottom of every Options Pop Advisory email. So if you leave today without taking advantage of this, you'll miss your chance at the discounted monthly rate of just $79 per month, which means you'll get stuck paying $1,200 for the year. So listen, you've made it this far into the video training, so I know you must be interested. So go ahead and click the Join button now to begin the Options Pop Advisory Service, and you could be enjoying your first 100% winner this week. This is the end of the video, so join now below.